Once you've received the list of students that are approved to take your midterm exam as a makeup exam, you'll need to go into Blackboard and set up the settings in order to let them see the exam which was previously closed off. So once you have your list, please navigate to the section that the student is in. And once you are in the section, you're going to go down and go back into the Common Course Assessment area. Now, if you have come in here and recently hid the link for any reason, maybe you were worried about it and you didn't want students to really be able to see it, you'll need to make sure that the link is viewable, so that way the students will be able to see it. So my link is viewable. I go into Course Common Assessments, and if you remember right, this is the only thing that lives in this folder. So once we are ready to edit who can view the midterm, we're going to go ahead and open up the test and click the Edit the Test options. And this is going to pull up this overview sheet. And in here we need to check a few things. So we want to make sure that the link is available. Otherwise, students won't see the assessment. We don't need a new announcement. We don't want to touch the number of attempts. Students still get one attempt at this. You can set the timer, but make sure that auto submit has been turned off. Otherwise, their exam may be submitted unintentionally. At this point, you may be tempted to change this information about the display things. Please leave these alone. We're going to add exceptions, which will allow the individual students to see it instead of the whole class. And then lastly, with your password that's here, you'll want to make sure that you don't change this, because this is the password that connects your exam to a Respondus lockdown browser. The next point is where it becomes important. So test availability exceptions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a user. And then this would be someone who I received information from the dean's office that they were going to be taking the midterm because they had turned in their paperwork. So for example, Mira actually missed our midterm exam, and she is supposed to be repeating it in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and select her name and press submit. Now once I do that, I need to change a few things. We're still going to do a single attempt. You've got her timer. Make sure that auto submit is not checked. But then I need to set her availability. So I'm going to open that up. Now, before you can do this, obviously you need to actually set up when is your exam going to be. As discussed in the meeting, you can choose to do these individually in your office, or you may choose to do a group session. So for example, let's say my group session is going to be on the 28th of November, next Tuesday. And I'm going to have them come in at 12:30 because I'm going to use common hour. And then I'm going to give them until the same day. And if you remember, usually we do a 45-minute window just in case it takes a few minutes to set up their computers. And so I would set it to disappear around 1:15 p.m. Save. Okay, so now I have included Mira's information, so she'll be able to see the exam when it is time for her to see the exam. Other than this is the only thing you need to click at this time. You want to make sure still none of these answers are showing. They can see all the questions at once, and we do want to still keep the exam randomized. Now, one more thing you may need to consider is what is the password to this midterm exam? It's been a few months. In order to double check or change the password, you would want to come down to the bottom of the page, open up your course tools section, scroll either further down to Lockdown Respondus browser, and give it a minute to pull all your exams. So here you can see all of the pieces that I have. So I'm going to go over to my midterm exam, common assessment. I'm going to open up the menu by clicking on the arrow box, and I'm going to modify the settings. Now, to make it easy on myself, what I'm going to do, I named all my midterms after different types of coffee. I'm just going to name it something like, something stupid to be honest, midterm. This way, the students can't get the password from previous students, not that I'd expect them to remember it. But this way, I can also set all of my sections, all their makeups, to be the exact same password. For me, that makes it a little easier. I don't have to think about what section are you in. You're with my student, you're doing a makeup midterm, your password is this. Save and close. Okay, so once I have that, I'm done. I've set it up. Make sure that if you do a group session, that you guys kind of make sure the students get in together. If you're not going to stick around for the whole thing, good luck with makeups. Let me know if you have any concerns, and this will be the last semester, inshallah, that we're using this particular exam.